Chicos, welcome to week 2. I miss you guys. Hope everyone's healthy and safe and doing well. So this is the video with our instructions for what you guys are going to be doing in week 2. Just a little rehash. Hopefully you've completed your work for week 1. So remember, I posted a video with those instructions, and then here are instructions and lessons and breakdown. Guys, I foresee we're going to be out a little bit longer than we thought, so I'm starting to work on what you guys are going to do for week 3, the week before our spring break. So last week you guys completed your reseña. If you did not do so, please submit that. It is I'm not going to give you a late grade, but it is a grade. It is one of probably the only grades I'm going to be able to give you in these next couple of weeks, so make sure you submit it. You did a good practice reading. It's very similar to paper 2 on robots. And I have gone ahead and posted the answers to that. So again, you didn't have to submit anything for this one. I just wanted you to do practice, and I posted a PowerPoint now. I'll show you where that is in a second, where you can review your answers. And again, feel free to ask me any questions. Like if you don't understand why that's the answer, let me know. And then you guys did a practice listening. Again, very similar to what you're going to have to do for paper 2 on Samsung Bot. And I went ahead and posted those answers. Again, guys, I'm not grading these, but really what we're doing now is practice for the IB test. So whether you do this or not, it's on you guys now. And then obviously you should be reviewing your vocabulary for this unit. And you guys got a crossword puzzle and checked your answers. So this week, before I talk about this week, guys, I can monitor your progress. So this is Saturday because, I'm a nerd and everything. And some people haven't actually opened this folder yet, but shout out to the people who have. Thank you guys for keeping up with your studies. Even though, I'm not giving you a lot of grades, you guys understand the importance of staying on task because I don't know when I'm going to see you guys again. And we got to be practicing for this IB test. So thanks for those who are staying on track with your stuff. And I've marked it so I can see who actually is clicking on this stuff. So if it comes down to it, I might have to give y'all some grades, and it's just going to be on completion. So at least do the practice. I'm not asking you to sit down and do it all at once. That's why I'm kind of giving you a week-long plan. So what are you guys going to do this week? This week, I got 2 more readings. They're not as long as the robots in Sociedad. They're shorter readings. But I do want you to submit some answers to some of the questions, and I'll show you which questions I want you to submit answers to, because they're more personal questions, more kind of debate-like questions that I want to see some of your writing with. And then the second half of this unit, remember we reviewed future tense. We're also reviewing conditional tense. So you guys have that graphic organizer. It's on the other side of your future tense graphic organizer, and you're just going to fill it out. There's some practice activities. And some practice activities in that folder that I'm going to show you. And then I want you to do a practice listening, and that listening is going to be on las células madres, the stem cells. And then as always, we should always be reviewing our vocabulary for this unit, future tense and conditional tenses. Don't forget we have Quizlet for that. And as you can see, I'm kind of starting to think out what we're going to be doing for week 3. So don't get behind, all right? All right, so let's go look at the practice readings. So as you can see, I've posted the answers to Robots in Sociedad, okay? Let me know, shoot me a message, put it in the comment section if you're kind of unsure about why those are the answers. So here are your 2 readings you're going to do for this week. And again, they're shorter, I promise, and don't require as much work as Robots in Sociedad. So the first one you're going to read about is El Alacrán. It is the scorpion robot. It's a robot that saves people from terremotos, earthquakes. And the activity you're going to do is just a vocabulary exercise. It gives you kind of the definition of the word, and you got to find the word. It's one of the underlined bolded words in the sentences. So easy peasy. Part B. ¿Qué párrafo resume mejor el texto? Which paragraph summarizes the text best, 1, 2, or 3? Okay. And so these are the questions I'll post the answers to by next Sunday, so you guys can check your answers. But part C, I want you, and D, I want you to submit your answers because I kind of want to check your work on this. Dice, piensa en tres inventos tecnológicos. Think of 3 technological inventions que ha mejorado, that have improved la salud de la vida humana. We've been talking about this prior in class. So, describe en consiste cada uno. And I want you to use the presente perfecto. This is our last unit. So we're reviewing like everything in here. So what do I mean by presente perfecto? That this verb right here, you use the present tense of the verb haber plus the past participle. And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to go ahead and post in this folder a little review of that for you guys. So what is 3 inventions that have improved the health of humanity? And I want you to use the present perfect. So for example, I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head. 3 inventions. Vaccines. Vaccines have prevented, there's our present perfect, like ha prevenido muchas enfermedades en personas. So vaccines have prevented a lot of illnesses in people. That's kind of like the language that I want there. And then part D dice, piensan en un invento que puede ayudar a la salud de la humanidad. So think of an invention that could help the health of humanity. Descríbelo, describe it, y qué ventajas traería para todas las personas en el planeta. So describe it and give the advantages it would bring for the people of the planet. And here I want you to use the conditional tense. So this is the would. So what would this invention do for the people of the planet? So this is you thinking of a hypothetical invention that would help the health of humanity. And I want you to put it in the conditional tense, which is what you guys are working on this week as far as review. So remember the conditional tense, super fácil. All you're doing is adding ia to this. Guys, this doesn't need to be a novel, 3 to 5 sentences, okay? But these 2 things I do want you to submit for me so I can give you guys some credit for some stuff. So here is where you're going to submit it. Oh, look, Ellie's already done it. Super estudiante. Okay, so that's the reading on the alacrán. And then the other reading is on las células madres. Again, not really long. Okay, so this reading is about a little girl who's been treated for cancer with stem cells. Again, it's a shorter reading, not like the Robots en Sociedad. And again, one really easy peasy practice activity. You're just going to finish the sentences based off the information of the text with one of the choices below. Obviously, there's more choices than possible. And again, I'll post these answers for you guys next Sunday so you can check them. But part B, I do want you to submit your answer. So dice, lea los dos lados de la controversia de las células madres. So we're going to read both sides of the controversy. So stem cell research, the use of stem cells is very controversial in the scientific field. So these are our 2 en contra, which is the people against it, y a favor, the people in favor it. So read what people believe on both sides of the controversy, and then I want you to tell me which side do you agree with. Con cuál de las opiniones están de acuerdo? ¿Por qué? And again, you're just going to submit 2 to 3 good little sentences telling me which one of these opinions you agree with and why. Really easy, 2-3 sentences, not a novel, guys, okay? So again, you're going to submit that here for me by next Sunday, okay? So those are our 2 practice readings for this week that I want you to do, all right? And there are your answers for last week's reading. So speaking of conditional tense, it's the folder down here. I've went ahead and put, sorry guys, here it is, conditional tense. So again, I have the instructions. I want you to fill out your graphic organizer for the conditional tense. It's right here. Okay. And remember, that's on the back of your future tense graphic organizer that we were working on before we left. And let me pull that up for you guys so you can see it. Too many things open. So here's the blank if you lost it. Here's the blank version. Okay. And here are the answers that you're going to fill in. Okay. So remember, conditional tense is super fácil. The endings are just the ias, and the irregulars are the exact same ones as the future tense. There's a little practice activity at the bottom for you guys to do, just conjugating. Do that by yourself first and then go back and check your answers. Don't just, copy the answers. Okay. So yeah, there's the answers, but you want to do your own practice first before you check those. So there's your graphic organizer on the conditional tense. Okay. Oops, sorry guys. And then I have a link to the site Conjuguemos for you guys to practice that conditional tense if you need to. I mean, like I said, you've seen this before. It's super fácil, but just in case you want to do some more practice for that. And then here's the little practice activity I do want you guys to do. So easy peasy. Part 1, just conjugate the verb in the conditional tense. And then part 2, describe tu día ideal. I just want you to give me, a quick 3-4 sentences, paragraph on what you would do on an ideal day. Not an ideal day that we're not stuck in the house because of the coronavirus anymore. That, maybe I should change it to that. What would you do if the coronavirus quarantine would over? What would the first thing you would do? I think for me, I would definitely go to Chick-fil-A and Target. Oh my gosh, I miss Chick-fil-A and Target. So yeah, so easy peasy little practice activity on the conditional tense. And I don't think I have that set till 2 weeks ahead anyway. Yeah, so don't stress out about these due dates, guys. You get it done when you get it done, but you do want to spread your work out so you're not doing it all in one sitting. All right, so the last thing for this week, I want you to do one listening. So here is your answers for Samsung Bot, okay, that you guys did last week. And then, so the listening you're going to do is also on stem cells, las células madres, okay? And again, just let me open it up for you guys so you guys can see what you're going to do. So here is the listening questions, and here is the listening for you guys to listen to it. So again, kind of like Samsung Bot, listen to it as many times as you feel like you want to, okay? I'm not great in it. It's just for practice. But yeah, so this one's just pure multiple choice. But remember, multiple choice can be tricky because there's lots of answers that they're going to try to trick you with, like, oh, I heard that word. That means that's the answer. Oh, not necessarily. You got to pick the best answer. So, when you have multiple choice on paper 2, which is very likely for the listening, because that's one of the possible question types, make sure they give you time to read the questions before you do the listening. Actually do that. Don't just sit there and stare into space and wait for it to start. Actually kind of preview the questions, and in your mind kind of maybe eliminate ones that are like, oh, that's a dumb answer. That couldn't possibly be the answer. Okay. So, do a preview before you listen to it. Actually read the questions and the possible answers so you know what you're listening for. And with anything for paper 2, the questions always go in order. Okay. So again, no need to submit anything on this listening, just practice. And I'll post the answers sometime by next Sunday for you guys to check your work. All right. So I've gone through, let me go back and make sure I've explained everything. It seems like a lot, guys, but I want you to take it slow, okay? Don't feel like you need, if you're not going to make this stuff done by next Sunday, that is okay, okay? Everything, I understand, is super stressful for y'all right now. So remember, I'm not really grading any of this, but I do want to see a little bit of progress, okay? This unit will probably extend beyond spring break because of this, but you guys do need to practice though, because everything is so up in the air. I don't want us to, there is a possibility that we might not meet face to face again. So we want to be ready for our IB exam. So I'm going to do everything I can to try to get you as much practice and explanation as I can, okay? But y'all need to do your side of it too. So again, for this week, 2 readings, again, not as long as the other one, but I do want you guys to submit some answers to those questions that I told you about so I can kind of see how we're doing. We're practicing those verb tenses. Work on the conditional tense, complete that little practice activity for me, and then do the practice listening on las células madres. And as always, we're reviewing our vocab for this unit. Go back, make sure we don't forget the future tense. and conditional tenses with Quizlet, because week 3 I might do a little quiz on here on your vocab and those 2 tenses. And then I foresee the next, so we've read about robots. You guys are going to be reading about stem cells. The next kind of topic we're going to go into is la comida transgénica, like GMOs. And remember, I first saw us kind of having a debate. So I'm kind of figuring out how we're going to do that. But that's kind of going to be the next big thing we're going to do, is a debate on the GMOs and whether or not we should be eating them or not. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for listening. I hope you're listening. Give me a shout out if you are. I gotta, it's just my husband and my baby girl, and I kind of miss y'all. No, I really do miss y'all. I don't kind of miss y'all. Like, I miss being in the classroom, moving around, and no one posted anything about the Viernes song. That made me a little sad. But yeah, guys, stay healthy, stay safe, and hope to see some good work from you guys. Adios, mucho amor.